Broadcast live.
What's up? We out here doing the damn thing with Gigi.
How you doing?
John Woods.
Job Woods.
Job Woods.
Job
Sorry.
Woods.
The first thing I thought of is I had to get the music first. I was like, okay, that's a weird name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the intro says it all.
Yeah.
Firstly, let's get into the name,
Yeah.
and then let's get into the name.
So Job Woods.
For those that literally
don't know.
yeah, they are watching this first
Yeah.
before listening to the album, which you should be.
Yeah. So Job Woods is basically off the book of Job. And I mean, it's the story of this merchant who went from zero to hero. He went through all sorts of trials, losing very important people in his life, losing all his property, but he bounced back. And when I was just going through my own personal issues, I remember coming across the whole Tiger Woods saga, and him, I think there was somebody who was like a reporter who brought in this footage of people just saying how like he was done and he wouldn't make it, and sort of like gave this really cool smirk, and then he won the Open.
Yeah.
So it was just like I couldn't decide what to do, so I just decided to create this character who was Job Woods. It's a very white collar name, very weird like that, but I like it, and people. Yeah, everyone's like, I feel like I should be a Job Woods. I feel like I could become a Job Woods.
So Job Woods literally is a good title. It was, when you don't understand, it's like doesn't make sense. But when you hear it, like I think I thought it must be the best album names this year. You know what I mean? That I came across.
And I remember Slicker saying, yo, G, like, you're a casualty. Right now, you're a casualty in the industry, you know?
Then I was like, oh, did I say something wrong? Never. You know, because, you know, you had me there, I said you're a casualty, and I was like, wait, like, you know, so this is the first thing I'm going through this morning. I'm like, I sometimes put my foot in my mouth. What did I say?
No,
You
never.
know?
If anything, I think what I was trying to do with that was show how they are authentic people. Authentic people that you can go to for help. They'll be honest with you. They'll help you remap your life, your career, and you get back up and you keep going.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people during that time, I think, just decided to just ignore it. It was kind of like the elephant in the room, and you were the one person I went to, and you were extremely honest with me. So it wasn't even a thing of like, I feel like also hip hop, like everybody just wants to be touchy for nothing. Sometimes it's just about like saying what's right, saying what's wrong, criticizing something, honestly critiquing it rather, and taking from it and building from it. So saying that, I mean, that is what I was, and that's what I internalized, and I think that's one of the things that helped me map out what my journey looks like now. Yeah. So there were no hard feelings. If anything, I remember having the conversation with my mom, and my mom was like, you see what Slika said, you need to get up now, you need to grow up, you're no longer a small girl. You know, and that's exactly what, very bengi casualty. And I had to get up and and that conversation really helped. So thank you, Slika, for the record. Like, thank you so much. Thank you.
I appreciate that. But you know what I do feel though is that like, and this is a conversation I was having with a friend of mine who's a journalist. Well, she's not a journalist anymore. And she was just talking about an artist that she feels like, you know, we're talking about, like she feels the artist is weird, you know, or changed or whatever. And, you know, a lot of people, as artists, and I think you've gone through this with your career. When you stand next to Cooley, you kind of take Cooley's traits, you know. When you stand next to Pro, you take Pro's traits, you know. When you stand with Ambitious, you take their traits, and not even their traits. It's almost like they influence, you know, which kind of bounces you. And what I was saying to her is that people like that when they go out into the market. It's hard to place them somewhere because it's almost like there's a bigger thing that they're always taking something from. You know what I mean? And one thing we knew about you is that, fuck, she's dope. But it was like always placing her, but what conversation do we have with her? Where do we place her, you know? Because, we know she's lyrical, but you know, I mean, then you had the Ambitious, like, shoot where, like, it was like, I remember you're like washing clothes and everything else, you know, and then you had another shoot where like, you know, you and I'm using the word like loosely, like skimpy or whatever the case be. So it's like, what conversation do we have? Who is she? And then
Yeah.
you go do a whole academic thing somewhere else, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
super smart also, you know. So you know,
yeah, I
so I think the challenge you have is that you've been taking other people's energy, and the market always finds it hard to go, so where is Gigi?
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do feel like because of that, I'm the girl next door. I think I stand for something that is no templates. I'm so against templates and being boxed in. And I think now, and it's true because that's one of the observations I guess like the new team kind of made. I guess now it's like, all right, you seem to be good at a lot of things and that's great, but where do we place you? And I just say, wherever you'd place a Pharrell, wherever you'd place a Shoma Josie, wherever you'd place a Zion, wherever you'd place somebody who's just like wanting to be creative. Doesn't matter if I'm with a male house vocalist on the song. Fact is, I held mine. Fact is, I found that challenging. I think I just got to a point where I was like, okay, the raps and the bars are great, but I need a new challenge. And with finding that new challenge, I guess now I've transcended into this artist that understands that it's okay not to have a genre sometimes. It's okay to jump onto a song with Busiswa if it sounds like good music to me. And I couldn't hide from the fact Pro had this thing all the time. He was like, but you dance so well. I don't know what to do with you because we've never had a female hip-hop artist or jive, you know? And I think it's okay to be one of those eccentric acts. I'm very lucky because I'm on a lineup with the Rouge, and then they can also put me on a lineup with Shaw, and then they can also put me on a lineup with Babes. And I think for some reason I've just never found that to be a disadvantage. I've always found it to be reaching out more than other people can. And I guess now I'm starting to appreciate it and be comfortable with the fact that I'm able to do that. Yes, I'm the girl with bars. Really appreciate it. It's great. Like, I love spitting. Like, that's where I'm from. But my dad used to listen to UB40. My mom used to listen to Tracy Chapman and Dolly Parton and Don Williams. What happens to that?
But you see, with that being said, I'm not even talking about craft.
Yeah.
I'm talking about person.
Oh, person,
Because
persona.
person, because you know, there's people who don't know you from a bar, so
Yeah.
even after you've said everything, they know you from the image you put out.
Yeah.
So if one day you're washing clothes, if one day you literally position yourself as a spitter, if one day you literally like dress like,
Maybe
you
it's
know,
because I'm just a thespian. I'm a thespian. I did drama. I love being able to explore different me's, you know? Like the same question, I don't know if the same question is like posed to our favorite rappers when they wear a Banzula outfit and then next thing he's topless at the pool.
Well,
like, does anyone really say anything about that?
I don't know. I don't think it's that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's always I listen to your stuff and I know what the X factor is.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pushing forward with my questions because now we're having a conversation.
Yeah, okay,
You know,
sorry.
I listen to your stuff and I know what your X factor is.
Yeah.
Your X factor is that, like, you know, you don't have to submit yourself to everything else. You have to bring yourself. You know what I mean? It's like when you get married to somebody, you bring yourself. But the mistake people do, they go, now I'm supposed to be a wife.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I think that with you, at times, you submit to the environment, but you still do the craft well.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I probably need to decide what ship I'm on now, of which I have.
Not
of which
even
I have.
a ship.
It's absolutely amazing now.
You are. It's not even a ship. You just have to be yourself. You your own ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You your own ship. You got something that a lot of people don't have, and you've gone through things that a lot of people literally like haven't gone through, but you've gone through them and you've accomplished, and you've even and you've gotten here. Whether like I open a book, whether like I open a mic. That's not a lot of people can open a mic, open a book, and like, okay, all right, let's go to the grades too.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I think that's a story on its own. You know, and I'm gonna get into your music, but you know, when you talk on Holy Liquor, I was just wondering, you kind of like getting into spitting the truth. What do you want someone to pull out just from Holy Liquor by the time they're done with it?
Never knew that the shit would be hard. sign no one's life away, evidently we scarred from all of the pain. And who do I blame? Except myself believing there was change to the game. Who got my Geba shit? Who got my brr shit? Why are we behaving like this talent ain't it? And yet I'm indie label ripping essay till I die. The others never cared, they use our own to tell us lies.
No validation. I think I'm just in a space where I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I think I had to see the white lights to understand that those who are going to be down for me are going to be down for me. I don't care. I could put up a nude tomorrow and not care, you know? Yeah. And I think that's something I didn't have. By nature, I'm Cancerian, so I'm very nurturing, care about what other people think. Validation was a big thing for me. And I think when I just got up from this, cleared a lot of people out of my life, realized that, you know, I'm actually not ready for a relationship right now. I need to be focusing on what I need to be focusing on. I realized that I needed to be focusing on myself. And the ideas around validation was so like rife at the time, like, oh, who spits better than who? This is how you kind of have to look. This is how you have to feel. And I just got tired of that. And I think I'm just in a space where I'm surrounded by people who are not going to gas me, people who are going to tell me the truth, but people who are going to push me to my limits, but people who are also going to appreciate me, you know, and I'm great with that.
I mean, one of those things of, I always say you never lose your nature.
Yeah.
What you're doing, you're just going inside to learn yourself, to know where to put the care.
Exactly, and I'm having a good time with that because I've learned to be very, observing now. Observing of characters, observing of people. If I'm not supposed to be somewhere, you won't catch me there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even if I am on the guest list, if I feel like I don't want to be there and I'd rather be in studio, I'm gonna do the studio stuff. Yeah. You know, and wow, guys, the new Gigi is having a very good time.
I mean, I feel that you're one of the few female rappers in your generation, and because, and I'm not talking now, but I'm just talking from the girls that were rapping and you guys really almost started at the same time and you've been growing.
Yeah.
I think you're one of the few, or if not only, that can seamlessly flip vernacular and just place it while at the same time you can spit bars. And you do that on Lamayne with Zakwe.
Yes.
And you do it well. You know, it's not even like a, you know, it's you one of the, from a cadence perspective,
Thank you. Thank you.
I literally stand on your articulation, it's like you're like doing this when you're actually, I'm like, you hear it all, you know, there's you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Do you think, have you ever thought of really pushing more of, you do vernacular here, you touch and go with it.
Yeah.
Have you thought of just going, yo, I'm gonna just go through it all here and just do it?
Won't say no name. Hot in the kitchen, I'm whipping it. Salsa and candy, I'm dripping it. Out of the blue, I be crippin' it. Gucci, I'm fitting it. Hit getting bigger, my ass, they be kissing it. Active Virginia, packing exteriors, looking delirious. You ain't be killing us, who you be smoking with? You couldn't focus it. You ain't the realest in this, you be fraudulent.
I have thought of it, but then that wouldn't be a clear reflection of where I am, who I am and where I'm from, right? So Nkulele Kazi, but I did go to varsity. I did engage in certain things. Sometimes I feel like English, I'm able to express myself more than and so on and so forth. So it wouldn't be genuine if I went in and said it would be fully that. I don't know if I'd be able to express myself. There is a song, this is just the EP. Job was just the EP, not EP, but it's just a project. I don't even, because it's long, it's too long to be an EP. But off the album, there is a song that is 80% Zulu, Shona, any other language I can kind of speak. But yeah, I have thought of it. And I think that's one of my superpowers compared to everyone else. I do think that's one of my superpowers. Yeah.
This is where I'm saying to you that I know. Let's think about all the female rappers.
Yeah.
How many of them have your story of where they come from? Who are there's a lot of female, I'm just saying from your generation, how many of them literally have that, I grew up in the ghetto and I've gone through what a lot of ghetto girls have gone through.
Yeah.
How many of them are there?
Not many.
So what I'm just trying to throw is that you already got, that's one of you, I said I already know what your X factor is. That's just one of your things that you just need to just go, let me just.
Yeah, I feel you. Noted.
You know what I mean?
Anybody got a diary? Noted.
Broadcast live